eccentric view after a lovely doubleheader today. So we have Sharman joining us to discuss about our analysis for these two games. So hi Sharman, welcome.
Hi,
So
Pranit. Yeah.
so like finally MS has batted this season.
Yeah, whatever we have been talking earlier today, it was happened
Yeah, yeah,
actually. Prithvisha getting a game time, MS coming into bat, and
yeah. Like
also
out of
SRH is getting bullied.
out of uh, out of all places, Vishakhapatnam crowd got to see MS bat.
Yes.
Right.
not,
So
not in the plan actually, but somehow they got
yeah,
the chance to see.
they got the chance to see. That's
And
great.
also, also the CSK fans are not really want to win any games. They just want to see MS bat, even if they lose the remaining 12 games. But they really want to see MS bat. That's all. That is their main objective.
True, true. Yeah. And so let's start with GT versus SRH.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Right. Uh, Initially, again, they had a same template. Travis Head is going for runs, and somehow I felt Mayank Agarwal this game he was not able
Yeah.
to score freely. That was the problem which was there for SRH. Even though power play score was somewhere around 57 in 6 overs, right? Like considering Travis Head going bonkers, still that is a okay score to concede for any side
Yes.
in a power play, right? So that's where I felt Mayank Agarwal was a problem, right? And he needs to figure out a way to score freely, and also that's the bet uh, for Mayank Agarwal's technique and all those things. That's the best place for him to bat in the power play, right?
Yeah, I would give credit to Omar Zai because he's been bowling really well in all these three games. I think he's
True,
utilizing this new ball really well. He even
right?
made dance to his rhythms when he was bowling against Gaikwad and Ravindra also. Bit of
True.
unlucky not to get the wicket, but I think, uh, yeah, see, Agarwal is this kind of a player, but eventually what he does is he will try to get some boundaries in those 6 overs.
Right.
So that his score somewhat looks like 30 of 20 in the
Mhm.
power play. So it seems like to be a good score, and he's batting at a very good strike rate. But somehow
Mhm.
he's not getting those boundaries now. And the other players like Abhishek Sharma, or Travis Head, or Markram, Klaasen, the all others are very explosive and they are very
Right.
expressive in their batting display. So that's where I think the contrast comes, and it's been a
Mhm.
problem for Mayank Agarwal and the SRH as well.
Right, right. And uh, today, uh, today GT's plan it was it was clear. Like
Yes.
in previous games, they were their plans and everything especially in the fielding. It seemed to be cluttered. Like you were you were giving Omarzai overs in the middle overs and death. That doesn't make sense, right? So today they have corrected their mistakes, and that
Yes.
really helped them. And also Mohit Sharma, the way he is bowling,
Yeah. Yeah.
he,
It's really tough now to keep him out of the conversation for World T20 squad.
exactly, yeah. Like now, uh, Mohit Sharma, right? Sandeep Sharma, all these guys, they are knocking the doors for the T20 World Cup. So
Yes.
let's see how it turns out at the end of
Yeah.
the IP, right?
Yeah. Also, I think Gill has been perfected his captaincy. I could see that in this game because the
Right,
way he kept Nalkande for quite till 15 overs.
right,
Till Klaasen and Markram got out, he was kept Nalkande in the covers, and somehow when what uh, was the Shabas Ahmad and
Abdul Samad,
Abdul Samad came in, then only Nalkande was brought in. So I think that's where Gill is maturing as a captain, and he has been
right.
thinking according to the situations actually. And bringing in Noor Ahmad is another very good masterstroke from GT.
Exactly right, yeah. I mean, Noor Ahmed, he hasn't played too many games. That's number one. Second one, he's a left arm Chinaman, right?
Yeah.
So, uh, so honestly, there's a lot of mystery with him. So it takes time for people to figure out, and he has just brought him in, and he did really well, Noor Ahmed.
Yes. Yeah,
Right,
whenever Noor Ahmad was brought in, he did a reasonable job for GT. And today he was, I think he was intentionally brought on only for Travis Head to
right.
settle him. And I
Hmm.
think he picked up Travis Head, and that's another bonus. And Rashid
Yeah,
Khan was taken off in the first 2 overs, but in his third over, he got the price wicket of Klassen. And yeah, that's how GT's bowling worked
yeah,
today
yeah.
really well.
Hmm. And like that's the difference you see in the captaincy, right? Like in the previous game when Mumbai Indians conceded 277, the main difference was you exposed Mapaka in the initial overs itself, right? So here they didn't expose Nalkande like that. They were like, okay, fine, if everything settles down, and
I don't
Nalkande
blame
was
him.
their sixth bowler, right? They actually didn't
Yes.
need Nalkande to bowl those overs, right? So
He just
that's
wants to give him some taste of IPL. That's why he brought on Alkande.
yeah,
Just
exactly.
then Samad and Shabas Ahmed are playing. So I think today it was very good captaincy from Shubman Gill altogether. They had
Right, right,
a plan laid for every batter from SRH, and it worked well. They went according to the plan.
exactly. Right, yeah. And uh, also in batting, somehow
Was
Markram,
scratchy.
Markram was very scratchy, right?
Yes.
And Markram and Mayank Agarwal, like uh, they played runner ball like I think 30 runs, 35 runs if I'm not wrong, and
Yeah.
that's the difference at the end of the day, right?
Yeah, also the pitch played a bit in their way. Also, it was not very coming onto the bat nicely.
Yeah, true.
No class and spar and confidence. Even Travis's confidence just made them to go over the line. Even Abhishek
Mhm.
Sharma is flying color with batted with flying color. So I think these guys are coming off from a very good game, and
Right.
they just kept on the confidence going. And Mayank Agarwal is really short of confidence, short of runs. So it's what do you say? It's justifiable from his point of view, but I think Markram was the one who didn't take any initiative to
Yeah,
go for the scoring.
like see, at least you saw some desperation from Mayank Agarwal to score those boundaries or to uh, to accelerate and all those things. Whereas Markram, it felt like he was okay being in that comfort zone, and he was not even taking an initiative. That's where I felt a bit problematic with Markram's innings.
Yes, because the other end he had Klassen, who just
Hmm.
hit for two sixes. Noor Ahmed, the only
Yeah,
bowler who troubled all the SRS batters, and he just tonked him for two sixes. And then I think Markram like, okay, I can play that second fiddle role, and till the end we can finish this game off. But right the next over, Rashid Khan gets Klassen, and things went wayward for them. And also, yeah, but bringing on Washington Sundar was another good move. He can
hmm.
be that all rounder, and he can go for runs also. But somehow he didn't went to their plan. And yeah, but
But
all in all,
again,
they
like
won the game. GT won the game, so I think it's
yeah,
been good for them.
but again, Washington Sundar, uh, in that role, like at the last over, something like that, he can't go from ball one, right?
He can't go
So
from ball one, but he can hit those long sixes. That's what
yeah,
management
true.
thought and was sent on. But
Hmm.
I think, but still, Cummins could have been a better option rather than bringing
Cummins
on
could have been
Washington
a better
at
option, right?
that
Yeah.
point of time. But they thought that okay, Sundar can play some big shots, and yeah, that's the difference. No, getting 162. If SRH were we managed to take 180, then it could have been a different game altogether for GT also.
True, true, yeah.
Containing them to 162 made life easy for GT also.
Yeah, and that's how it is, right? And also when GT came for batting, they didn't have the pressure, right? They
No
had
pressure.
the confidence. They were in no pressure whatsoever. Like uh, even the run rate was they were cruising. Sai Sudarshan. He was so confident that he was playing runner ball at one point in time. Right at the end, he accelerated, but he was playing runner ball. So that's how the scores like 160 is right now. It is like okay, fine. It will. Uh, we can just uh, we can just say play slowly and get it over, right? So that's how GT
Yeah,
players played actually.
like what they planned was if we play 20 overs fully without losing too many wickets, we can chase this down.
We can
That's how
chase
the
them
plan
down.
was. Yeah,
Hmm.
the initial start was also very good, not very flamboyant, but still what required was given by Saha and Gill, and it
Yeah,
followed by Sai Sudarshan. I think he is playing really well. He
yeah,
is playing in his dream of form, and he's continuing his form of life. So I think his day will go far heights.
true, true. Yeah,
Yes.
and as this like if you want to change the team composition for SRH, if Mayank Agarwal is not doing well, would you drop him and get someone else? And if you want, what are the
Yeah, that's what
options?
we even mentioned. Yeah, that's what we mentioned even from the first preview also when we are doing this.
Hmm.
Like instead of Mayank Agarwal, they could have still roped in with Rahul Tripathi and Abhishek Sharma, or even going with Travis and Abhishek Sharma would be the right option, and slotting in Tripathi at three. Then the rest of batting will follow from them.
Right, and
Like everything
again
is set,
Tripathi, I don't.
but
Yeah, I think
but
Tripathi,
Tripathi is a
the team
proven
has
player.
he's a proven player, but I think SRH has lost hope on Tripathi. That's what I feel right now.
Maybe, but
So
still, I could believe he can do a better job than Mayank Agarwal.
true, yeah.
Yeah,
Or
and
I
yeah,
mean,
that's how it is. Like
mhm,
Tripathi has been a very good. What do you say? He can be that enforcer in the power play. He can just continue with that
right.
flamboyant innings. So that I think actually what SRH required right now was they need someone to play the 6 overs very efficiently, not
So
losing too many
Tripathi could be
wickets.
Tripathi could be
Yeah,
that guy.
I think that he can do that because the pressure will be very less. Like the management if clearly defined his role, like we don't need any 10 or 15 overs from you. We just need 6 overs of good batting. If we get 60 for one with your with losing your wicket, I think it's fine. Just go and express yourself
Mhm.
because Tripathi's
True.
been doing like this only. Like he played for
Mhm.
Pune Warriors in the first year, then he came on to play for Rajasthan Royals. So he has done this job really well. And even for KKR also, coming down the order also he can do that. He was doing that really well.
Mm.
Coming at 6 and 7 also he was doing the job. And I think he can do that same for SRH as well. When he's given the clear role definition for him, I think he can do some wonders for the side.
How about a left field thought? Like you could bring him an extra bowler to the team, and like how KKR is doing with Sunil Narain, you could draft an Abdul Samad in the opening. Like
I don't see because see they need some finisher in the end also because like
mm,
every game is not going to be finished by Klasen and Markram. So someone I think needs to be there. I think that guy should be Abdul Samad. He
okay,
was very quiet for 2 games, but I think today he started really well and he was very frustrated for not getting the strike in the last over.
right,
And
yeah,
also
true,
you have Cummins then. So followed by Cummins, I
mhm,
think those two guys can do that a raw finishing job for the
true,
side.
yeah,
But what they need is someone who needs to enforce the power play. They need to finish the power play really well. If they get some 60 for 1 or 60 for 2 with Markram and Klasen batting or Markram and Head is batting for the middle overs, I think the game is very well set for SRH. Again,
SRH,
Klasen, sorry, yeah, again, Markham can play the second fiddle role to head, and
yeah,
if head goes, if a head departs, then Klasen will come. I think Markham could be that bridge, like what we used to
right,
say for Virat Kohli. He can be that for us SRH as well.
true, true,
Markram should be the one should play the 20 overs, and every other batter should play around him. So I think that way SRH can rectify all their batting goals. And leaving out Natarajan also, I think maybe he could have done something. Like
mhm,
he got 2 wickets in his very first over against KKR.
right.
So maybe that could have been an option, but still, the runs were very less today to defend. So it was a brilliant batting display from GT.
True, true. I mean, you lost by a margin of what you call like four balls, right? That's still okay. Like considering a target of 160, that's still a good deal if you ask me, right? At the end, so it's just like if they were instead of 160, if they were 180, things could have been different, right? So
Yeah, completely different.
yeah. So and with GT, there are injury concerns. David Miller, right? I don't know. He was struggling with hamstring today. So
Yes.
who would you who would you rope in if he's injured?
I think they don't need to rope in any other. Like they see Rashid Khan is still a very good batter when it comes to. We have seen one match against MI, and even what do you say, Tewatia can do the job for them. But
Right.
also they have Shah Rukh Khan in a pure all rounder form. So sorry, he's a
Right.
very good finisher, Shah Rukh Khan. So I think they have the batters for them.
Yeah.
Maybe if you want to bring some stability for the batting order, I think they are all very set.
I mean, Matthew Wade is also there. Like who
Matthew Wade is
can?
also there, but who will you drop then? Because Gill and Saha is playing really well. I don't see
No, no, Matthew Wade
why
in
do
the
you
like Matthew Wade as a finisher.
you want Matthew as a finisher. But I still believe that Shah Rukh Khan can be that guy who can finish you
True.
games because he did a bit of glimpse here and there for Punjab Kings, but still he GT wanted him as a finisher, but he's
So
still not
yeah,
getting any chance. You,
yeah, you
still you
could.
have Tewatia in
Yeah,
your 11s. Tewatia, if you slot in Shah Rukh Khan in place of David Miller, and you can bring an extra foreign pacer like Spencer
yeah.
Johnson. So I
True,
think
true.
Spencer Johnson did a very good job against MI.
Hmm.
Considering 169 as a target, he bowled really well. The penultimate over was bowled by Spencer Johnson, and he did a very good job. So
Right.
if Miller goes out injured, I think they have options to cover in
True.
one
And
way or another.
yeah, like they have like if you think of Indian options, there are two players. One is Shah Rukh Khan and one is Abhinav Manohar. Both of them are
Yeah,
good enough to do that role,
finish off the
right?
games.
Yeah, and you could go in with a extra bowler in Spencer Johnson as an impact player,
Yes.
right? So that would be really helpful. Yeah.
Yeah,
So yeah.
if Miller is really not fit, then you can keep Noor Ahmad in the playing 11 itself,
Hmm.
and you can slot in these Abhinav Manohar, Tewatia, Shah Rukh Khan, all for these floating finishes. Then once
Right.
the batting innings got over, you can slot in Spencer Johnson when you want to bowl. So I think that way GT can manage all the bases.
Fair enough. Fair enough. So do you want to add anything else for this game?
Nothing. I really want to talk about DCCSK
So let's get
because
on. Yeah.
yes,
So let's just get on with that without wasting any time. So, uh, like we were wondering, right? Like how would CSK perform away games, right? So, and the first game didn't go well according to their plans, right?
yeah, yeah. I think whenever this kind of games get results, no, like David
Hmm.
is beating the Goliath is always fun to watch because
True.
nobody gave a chance to DC.
True. Yeah.
Beginning of the game, nobody gave a chance DC because based upon the performance and the team combinations they have, I think nobody, everyone would have been surprised if someone went
True.
away
Yeah.
at 7:30 just seeing the toss that DC is going to bat first and comes by 11:30 and knows that CSK lost the match by 20 runs. I think it could be it could be a dream. The way,
Exactly. Yeah.
yeah. So I think this game was completely, what do you say? Again, it is a very well planned game from DC management.
I
Like,
mean, they took a gamble with Prithvi Shaw instead of Ricky Boy, and
yes,
that paid off, right? And
yeah, that's what we are also talking in the morning. That
yeah.
somehow I had a hunch like today might be Prithvisha getting a game time, but again, he again performed really well.
Right. Yeah.
Considering his recent performances and form, I think he did a reasonable good job. And
Right.
I think DC has a very good plan when the CSK batters came on to play, like
Yeah.
bowling Khalil Ahmed up front for Rachin Ravindra. I think Ravindra was really struggling to like touch the ball because
Hmm.
it is dancing now. And then
Yeah.
bowling this Rasik Salam, again a very good, promising pacer, and bringing in and another surprise was by Kuldeep Yadav. He's not there today. We all
Hmm.
expected Kuldeep Yadav to do well, but he was not there. He got a niggle, and Ishan Sharma coming back from another injury. Like he
I
went
mean,
on in the went off in the
yeah,
first
like
game, and
his pace improved. I don't know. He's bowling 140, 145. So I'm like, buddy, you retired. Like you're bowling 140, 145. How is that
no,
happening?
these guys are aging like wine. Really.
Yeah.
See, even for MS, I think he played really well.
Yeah.
Who would have thought like 35 of 17 balls, I think. See,
Hmm.
someone who is doing farming for the 10 months, for the straight
Yeah.
10 months after this IPL completion, just coming
Yeah.
on to play IPL for just 2 months, and he's stonking the, what do you say, the Andrik Norgia. Like the
Yeah.
express fast bowler guy,
Hmm.
tonking for 20 runs is not a joke.
It's not a joke, exactly. Yeah.
Again, Ishan Sharma troubling Gaikwad and Rachin Ravindra, the informed guys who are
Uh,
just dominating the IPL. Uh, so this is not a joke. But what happens is Ishan Sharma don't get this limelight as MS gets.
hmm.
But these performances really uh, depict that T20 is not just an youngsters game, or it is not also purely for an experienced player. It is just for the players who has the impact and who has that skill set to play this to play this format.
True, like CSK has been proving for many years, like playing playing with the oldies, and
Yes.
that was the narrative, right? And they won
They,
like
they started with young players in the first few seasons, and later when
yeah,
MS got into the late 30s, he jumped into the experienced buddies,
yeah,
and now he's again turning it up to the youngsters because it is the way
looking
forward.
for a transition, right? So that's
Yes.
why he's looking for that mix. And today again, like DC used seven bowlers.
Yeah.
I'm like, how did you end up getting all these options which you're not able to figure out in the first two games?
Yeah, I think they really wanted wanted some home games, but
Yeah,
unfortunately, it is moved to Vizag, and even Vizag is not seems to be like DC's home. It's almost CSK's home.
yeah,
It's a sea of yellow there in the crowd, and everybody was just chanting MS name, and it's really tormenting for some young kids in the DC lineup. But
true,
but
true.
but what happens is the very well laid out plans really worked out for DC and the bowlers. Again, Mukesh Kumar is another very good bowler who is proving himself in death again and again. Uh,
Yeah,
I just want to keep this guy fresh until this World Cup. So,
yeah.
let's see. And Rishabh
So,
Pant's innings again proved the difference. If
yeah,
not for Rishabh Pant's last over, what do you say, last over stonkings, it would not be gone to 190. It would have been
I mean,
easily managed under 170.
yeah, like that's the thing, right? No one were able to manage to get runs against Patirana, and he scored 15 to 20 runs in that range, and that was the difference. And Patirana was totally unplayable at that time, right?
Eventually got out to Patirana also, but before that he got some runs, and
He got
that
some
helped
runs,
his
yeah,
team to 190. Yeah.
yeah, and that's the thing. Like even in the the major difference was David Warner and Prithvi Shaw, right?
Yes.
They have set up a tone, and uh, they were going according to the plan, nothing else, right?
Yes.
They were playing as if there's nothing to lose, right? And
And that was really fun to watch because whenever
hmm,
David Warner and these explosive openers plays, it is a treat to watch.
true,
Irrespective of the team you support, it's really good to watch. And yeah, they just gave that vibes of their prime IPL form. And yes, that's really good to watch. And also, when these underdog teams, like the teams with least expectation, winning against the mammoth teams, it really opens up the excitement for the entire tournament. Like if CSK won this game, there would be no excitement also because everyone knows and everyone wants CSK to win, and CSK is expected to win also. They could have stayed in the top of the table, and DC will be at the bottom. So there could
right,
not be any expectation or any excitement. But now the tournament is wide open, and this is where the actual tournament starts up now. So each
right,
have been played some games, and everyone got the taste of win and lose. So now
hmm,
the tournament entirely spice up now.
right. So now it you you don't like IPL to be dead rubbers, right? Like there are so many dead rubbers which no one is actually interested to see them, right? Now,
Yes,
uh, you remember that I think 2018 IPL where uh, where four teams got 12 points, like first three teams got 18 points,
yes,
and the next four teams got 12 points. Only one team got in, and the other teams didn't get through because of net run rate. So that was
yes,
the most interesting IPL points table, right? So
yes.
you want to see something like that, right, at the end.
Yeah, absolutely. Because that's where the fans would come in. The new watches will be popping up, and that's how the
True.
game will be developed. It's not with the dead rubbers actually. And
Right.
also this David versus Goliath narrative is also going to help. And yes,
Mm-hmm. So yeah, like also today Shivam Dubey, like for him also they came with a plan, right? That
yeah.
the
See, DC had a clear cut plan for everyone, like
yeah,
right from Ravindra, Gaikwad, Rahane, Dubey, and especially
right,
for Dubey, they didn't bowl any. What do you say?
flawed
That
balls.
over the shoulder short balls. They just operated just not to give the balls in a sitting arc, just
Yeah,
putting it away, away, away. Even for Dhoni also, they tried the same tactics, but somehow it was uh, a little bit wide, and it was called wide, wide, and wide. So
right.
for so on for so many times. Yeah, but they had a plan and they executed it really well. And yeah,
Hmm.
this is what happens when everything works according to your plan and no question will be pops up.
Yeah, of course. Like at the end, if you win, like
Yeah.
whatever plans you executed looks good. If you don't win,
Yes.
everyone starts questioning those same plans, right?
Yeah, bringing on Rasik would have been a very big blunder if the
Right.
result was going on either way. So I think
Hmm.
it but still, Rishabh Pant is finding his mojo back. That could be
Right.
very well for his own form and for in Team India also. But
Right.
just just want to go with this flow. Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah, because see, Rishabh Pant, he's making a comeback after that horrific accident. So, uh, like, uh, more often than not, in this cases, the comebacks don't look good, right? So, it is good for himself and also for Team India because Team India has lot of assignments, test assignments, right, in the post
Yes.
World Cup, and we really need that guy to be in the top notch form, right?
Yes.
Because in the past 1 year, we were missing that wicket keeper batter, right?
Yes.
At least in the test format. So
Yeah.
we were looking for the makeshift solution in KL Rahul or KS Bharat and all those people. So it didn't work out. So so uh, Pant needs to be fit, right, before
At
the
least for
test.
this year.
Yeah, at least for the test series, right? So yeah.
Yeah, we're
So that
missing that
was one.
Spider-Man song. Missing the Spider-Man song badly.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where he see. That's where this guy comes in really well because he
Right.
provides a required energy. We often see now that the team is dropping shoulders very way too often when the wicket is
Hmm.
not coming or it is not going according to their plan. Rohit and his
Right.
men were dropping shoulders too early in each and every game. So I think guys like Virat Kohli and Rishabh Pant comes in at that time and just providing that required energy back in the field that would really help the team's momentum. Yeah,
True.
that's been
True.
really missed for a year now.
Yeah. Yeah. So that was one positive sign for the DC camp and Rishabh Pant, right? So
Yes. Yeah.
let's see.
Yes.
So
And
yeah.
tomorrow,
Mhm. And tomorrow, whose game is that? Yeah, MI versus
MI
RR.
and RR. Yes.
More than the test for MI, it would be test for Hardik Pandya. Like how he's going
No,
to
but again, this hatred has been moved on to next level now. It's been really
really ugly to see.
yeah.
Uh,
First, it was just a blame. Like Hardik was
mhm.
just snatched his captaincy from Rohit Sharma,
Right.
but now
Yeah.
that blame has gone on to next level, like hatred, and it's been really. I think if they don't win in the next two games, it will go into vengeance mode.
Yeah.
Like if
And
someone sees
mm,
Hardik Pandya, he will literally make some death threats also. So that's how it is now. I don't really
Yeah,
want to get into that level. See, finally,
true.
end of the day, it's just a game. Everyone is a athlete, and everyone look for the better opportunities. And Hardik was also doing the same. I don't see any mistake or any blunder. It's all about the management. I think the management over an explanation. They need
I
to do
mean,
something to give
honestly,
them the edge.
yeah, see, like Ashwin said, no one needs to give any explanation. Like, whatever happened, it was their call. Okay, fine. Like, everyone can have their own opinions. Like, maybe uh, in the franchise, you need to show that respect to Rohit Sharma, who has been a legend of a game, right? So
Yes.
that is something debatable, and people can have opinions about it. But demanding an explanation from a management or Hardik Pandya doesn't make sense, right?
Yeah, not from Hardik Pandya actually, but the management has to do something because the fans are the backbone for any franchise, for any clubs actually.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I don't see that the actual Mumbai fans are not making any hatred. I think it's just the uh, other fans or some bots are just making these comments and looking like
Right,
what do you say, some hostile environment for Hardik Pandya.
right, right.
Maybe these
Yeah.
external noises are just piling up. So
Mhm.
yeah, it's been very ugly to see.
Right, and one thing everyone has to remember is this is just a franchise, right? You're
Yeah.
playing for a franchise. It's not a national team uh, where he has kind of uh, did something wrong to the nation. No, he hasn't done anything like that.
No,
So you
that's
need
how
to
they're
calm
just
down.
looking.
Yeah,
That's how they're just building up this whole narrative. Actually, he
yeah,
like a traitor to the nation, or what do you say? He's been very not
mhm,
loyal to the country or something like that. But I think this all comes up from this football thing also, because in football, basically, the clubs will have the more power. The franchisee football has the more power than the international matches. So
mhm,
the loyalty to the club was more, even though the two
right,
players from the same country plays for the same country, don't have that same level of animosity when they play in the same club. So I think that's where this is also heading to now. And
mhm.
completely when the hatred is going way too more, I think it's really inadmissible, and it needs to be voiced out somehow, or it has to
True,
be
true.
stopped.
Yeah,
That's all.
exactly, and that's how it should be. And I don't know, like, how is like external factors are one thing, but during these times internally how they are, like, even though they are not voicing it out or uh, sending the explanation or anything, how is management uh, addressing that, or how are they treating Hardik Pandya internally? Those things do matter, right? So
Yeah.
i hope I hope that is positive from their end. Otherwise
Yes.
other
Also,
things
this
shouldn't matter too much.
yeah, actually, whenever we see Hardik Pandya, he seems to be a very cool guy. Even comes
Mhm.
on to bat against SRH, very like he was in that cool dude mood. He doesn't
Mhm.
want to bother to anything. But that's I think that's one way to keep him positive. Also, I
Right,
think
yeah.
one win can change this entire thing. Actually, one win
Right, yeah.
or one moment that the team comes together all together, I think could
Yeah,
change everything. So I think they just need that one moment or one win tomorrow, maybe to change the whole
right, yeah.
perspective of this tournament.
And what management can do here is like, when all these things post after SRH match, like in the social media, there was one rumor that came up, like uh, in the MI camp, there are the two groups have been formed: Ishan Kishan, Hardik Pandya, and others.
Yeah,
The
yeah,
other group is Rohit Sharma, Pumrah, and others.
the
So
others.
you, as a management, you need to quash those rumors away, like and people are like from trusted sources or Dainik Jagran, all these things come up, right?
Nobody is
So
trusted sources other than the MA official handle, or
yeah,
Ambani himself comes and tells you anything. Nothing is official, nothing is
mm,
trusted.
exactly.
That's
So
how I goes up. So
that's why you need to be like as a management, you need to be careful about those things as well at this point in time. More than anything,
but
rumors are your
actually,
biggest enemy.
yeah, maybe management was very too keen on to win the next game. That's how I think they need to
Mm,
look forward, not giving
right.
too much attention to this social media post. We already know this. See, like today, Summer Risby got out to first ball duck.
Hmm.
Like in the last game when he came on to hit Rashid Khan for a six, everyone thought that okay, we found another Reina. The hype
Right.
was something like this. They even posted Samir Rizvi's childhood photo with Reina, like Reina gifted his coolest to him, uh, and
Uh-huh.
he wished him all the best. He gave him the CSK jersey, something like that. The news were just screaming around. So today there was no news on Samir Rizvi. If he
Hmm.
went on to fail in another two games, not eventually he has to fail, but he scores like 10 for 6 or even
Right.
12 of 10 balls, or even Dhoni gets to bat in the next two games, even Samir Rizvi scored a half century. Dhoni hit a last ball six in all in the next two games. Nobody will be batting a night to Samir Rizvi. Instead,
True. True.
everything will be on MS only. So
Hmm.
these, I think, the social media post will not really bother these guys because they know and they have been playing this India Pakistan World Cup matches for a long time now.
Nah.
No pressure will be more than any India Pakistan meeting in the World Cup. So that
True.
rivalry
True.
was so huge, and if the players are not heeding too much attention to those comments, I think this won't be a very big hassle for them to come over.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Yeah.
Yes,
So tomorrow, let's see how uh,
yeah, I
MI's
really want.
home game goes.
Yes,
Right. So let's. I think MI should be able to do something good.
yes.
Right.
So,
Tomorrow.
what could be a possible 11 for MI tomorrow? Maybe from your thoughts.
See, of course, like it would be Rohit Sharma, Ishan Kishan. Number three would be Tilak Verma. Four, Devil Brewis.
Okay,
Right. Or maybe actually, I would rather use a foreign slot for bowlers. I would go number four, Namandir. Five, Hardik
okay.
Pandya. Six would be mm, who is that actually?
David,
Tim
David.
David. Yeah, Tim David. Seven.
Okay,
Seven. You could go with like rest five are the bowlers, right? Like one spinner would be Piyush Chawla. Then you have
okay,
Gerald Kutsi. Then Bumrah. Uh, Bumrah. Maybe I would get in. Uh, I think it's better. I will get back Luke Wood and see how
okay.
it goes, right? Because see, Luke Wood didn't do a bad job in the first game. It was just that one over which went wrong. Otherwise, he
Yeah,
did a good job.
yes.
And so yeah, and Jasprit Bumrah 11,
Yeah, only 10 members came so far.
10 members. Okay,
Yeah,
like one you could put in one pacer. Four foreign players came up,
only three.
only three.
David, Tim
Maybe
David,
hmm,
Tim David, Luke Wood, and Kudsi.
could see, right? Maybe you could get in Tushara,
Yeah,
right?
maybe
Because
what I thought was, yeah, we finish here.
the thing is, death overs is kind of thin right now for Mumbai, right? So with Bumrah, Tushara would be a good death bowler for me. So that
Okay.
is one thing I'm thinking.
Maybe what I thought was slotting Akash Madwal, the number 11, and if we are bowling first, I think bringing in Tushara straight away was good. But if
Hmm.
not, I think slotting in Akash Madwal and then bringing on Tushara. Maybe if we are batting first, I think Nehal Vadera did a decent job for MI, so I think he should be brought on.
Right, like you
No,
could play.
I could have been play the same 11. Instead, I think only one change. Like I will bring on Nehal Vadera,
Hmm.
and when the bowling innings comes on, I will bring on Tushara. That's all.
Yeah, like
Tushara
you are
and
playing
yeah,
with impact players over there, right?
yes,
So that's how
yes,
it is. So yeah,
yeah. That's so I think. So who, who will you bet on tomorrow?
tomorrow I think I'm going with MI. MI should win this tomorrow.
Yes, like we said the same when SRH game was on, but the entire game was turned on its head and it was completely not a game. Yeah, let's
Yeah,
see how it goes tomorrow.
I mean, same thing won't happen twice to such a big franchise, right? So, MI should win that, win
Yes.
tomorrow's game, I think. So yeah,
Okay. Yeah, we'll see tomorrow on how this
Yeah,
game goes.
yeah, we'll catch up tomorrow. Anyways,
Yes.
thank you everyone for tuning in. So, see you tomorrow. Bye.
Yeah. Bye.